Believe it or not, we are just about 500 days away from the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. I know 500 days may seem like a lot of time, but the reality is when you consider some of the things that Disney originally had planned for the 50th anniversary, that is very little time. On top of that, construction at Walt Disney World for new rides and other things coming soon have all stopped at the time of filming due to the global situation. So what does that mean for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is on October 1st, 2021. Today we're diving deeper into that question. Now I want to start this video by mentioning that these are some of my thoughts about the 50th anniversary at Walt Disney World. Of course, since there are so many variables, phased reopenings and construction starting on different days, it's impossible for anyone to know at this time for sure, but we're going to get as close as possible. Let's jump in. Now let's go over a few things we know for sure right now. First and foremost, construction at Walt Disney World for all the upcoming projects have stopped, all of them. But from what I understand, construction will begin before guests return to the parks. It's not something we know for sure, but given some other situations around the country and how they're phased reopenings and some plans for the future, it would make sense for construction to begin on projects Disney wants to continue before guests return. Now that all-important word, wants to continue, what does that mean? Which projects are going to continue and which projects won't? I'm going to go into a few right now. A general rule of thumb for projects for the future is I believe Disney's going to look at this from a business mindset. They're going to think to themselves, okay, which thing that we're working on, which ride as an example, will bring in a lot of people, which will bring in money, which will help our company get over this global situation. They're going to work on those projects first and they're going to prioritize those. So which projects are the ones that are going to bring in a lot of new guests? I believe Tron Light Cycle is going to be one of them. Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster at Epcot's another. Ratatouille in Epcot, and possibly the total update to Epcot and Future World. I mentioned it before, but projects like the Galactic Star Cruiser and other projects that haven't broken ground like the Mary Poppins Cherry Tree Lane likely will get pushed for the foreseeable future. As much as we all would love to see all the construction projects completed, I do not believe all of them will be done. Some of the A-list attractions will be, but others may be pushed for years or may not happen at all. Now I mentioned before, if a project is under construction, it's more than likely going to continue going forward after a few years, but that may not always be the case. Now we have to think about this from a business mindset. Let's say for example Ratatouille, which was supposed to be completed summer of 2020, is just about done, 90% of the way there, and Disney has already invested so much money. Why not just finish it off, just 10% more, whatever it is, to finish it off and make this a draw for guests to come in the future. Say, oh, we've got Ratatouille now, come and experience it. Like they're still recovering, you know, late 2020, 2021, they say, okay, we're working on it, we got more projects in the works, but we've got this one done right now. It's a smart business tactic. You've invested this much, might as well finish it off. Now that being said, it doesn't give a guarantee to projects that are already under construction, and as much as I am optimistic for that Future World area at Epcot to be completed, there's no guarantee. The reason I'm getting a little bit skeptical about this project, the Future World update, and even other projects like the Galactic Star Cruiser with a new Star Wars hotel, is by looking into the past. Several years ago, Disney was planning to expand on the success of Pop Century by building a resort across Hourglass Lake. Now, we know it's there now, but years ago, they were planning on a hotel known as the Disney Legendary Years, but then the 9/11 terrorist attacks happened, and travel in the United States really came to a halt. And then it was really slow for months after, and Disney put a pause on that project. Even though construction had already gone into it and there were things coming together, it never came to fruition, and it sat there for years with no updates to it. Now, of course, Disney has changed it since to the Art of Animation Resort, which is fantastic, but it took years for them to kind of change course there and update that location. So even though a project is currently under construction, it is no guarantee that it will be completed. We can hope that it will be, and we can hope that Disney kind of puts their sight on things that are really exciting for all of us, but there's no guarantee of anything continuing. Now that brings us to the point of today's video. Disney was planning a tremendous amount for the 50th anniversary celebration. Some we knew about, some we didn't. The painting of Cinderella Castle is the one that I'm thinking of at the moment. That one I am almost sure will be done. I think that will definitely take place to kind of celebrate the Magic Kingdom, but if there were any parades or other special surprises that Disney had in store that they haven't fully completed, I would imagine we probably won't see those things. I think Disney's going to prioritize things that they've announced and that we can see construction for and we're really excited about. Again, Tron Light Cycle Power Run and the Cosmic Rewind roller coaster at Epcot. Those are things that Disney knows a lot of guests are excited about. They're going to bring a lot more guests to the park in the future. It's those things that Disney is now going to think about. Now, what about the celebration itself? Usually Disney loves to celebrate the anniversary of the parks or Mickey Mouse or any of those things. They give out buttons, they have some special cakes, special desserts, special merchandise. I would imagine we are still going to see special items at the parks, but the celebration may be muted to a degree. Now let's backtrack a little bit. I believe that some of the projects at Walt Disney World will have to be canceled or postponed. I think there's very little doubt of that. But as much as I believe we are going to have a year-long celebration for the 50th anniversary, let's not forget it's more than a year away. October 1st, 2021, more than a year away. And most analysts and those who are studying this believe that there will be some kind of very effective treatment or cure by that point in time. So as much as I do still believe projects will be canceled, postponed, there will be a year-long party, if we are all set to go by that point, if there is nothing left of this global situation by that point in time, I believe we may be back to those large celebrations, large group gatherings of a lot of fun, big parties, special celebrations, special parades. It's absolutely possible. We can smile about that because it's possible. We don't know for sure at this time, but we can cross our fingers. Those are a few of my thoughts about the future of the 50th anniversary at the Magic Kingdom and some celebrations we can look forward to. I know that we would all love to see all the projects go forward, but there's still a positive part here. We're still going to have a party, it's still going to be fun, and we've got more than a year to get ready for all the fun in store. It's going to be magical. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me today. Until next time, have a magical day.